Our hardest and not leaving any regrets when the final game's over.
Get out on the field.
Bring the team together so we can get more wins.
Players, my teammates, we developed a really good relationship over the season.
Brought to you by Plains Capital. Strong roots for a strong future. Financial products and services tailored to your needs. 8118 Dental Professionals. Dental care focused on whole body wellness. Sportsman's Barbershop. A friendly neighborhood barbershop. Horizon Bank. Since 1905, Horizon has been proud to work with local businesses across Central Texas and beyond. Hitforth. At Hitforth, we're hardcore about data-driven player development. By Tate Property. Exceptional homes. Exceptional service. Terrytown Pharmacy. Innovative care. Timeless service. Nance Orthodontics. Seamless, state-of-the-art orthodontic treatment focused on you. And now to the Maroon broadcast booth. Here's Josh Willard and James Scott.
David Roy here in the booth. James Scott here with us as well, but he'll be back in just a moment. Had to step out for a hot second here, but cold afternoon, or cold morning rather, I should say, and preparing for a 9 a.m. pitch. Crowd slowly filtering in. They've got their blankets, their warm seats. They've got just about everything to try and battle the elements. Cold front moved in late yesterday after some great weather for baseball, and then we come in and it is a windy 44 degrees that will keep us chilled pretty well throughout the remainder of the morning. Two teams coming in here lost 8 in a row. At least that's the case for Corpus Christi. Carroll. Austin High, on the other hand, have dropped 7 straight. And 2 yesterday in particularly heartbreaking fashion. Had 5-run leads in both games and lost it at the last possible moment, losing the lead and falling down by 2. Not the way you'd want it to go. It's been part of this struggles. Tuesday night, we saw them come up a little bit short against Dripping Springs. Similar fashion, just not quite as heartbreaking. That was a 10-1 loss Tuesday night against Dripping Springs. Had a 9-3 loss early on Thursday in the middle of this tournament. So it's not been what you would want to see from an Austin High team, and certainly when you consider the recent losses of yesterday. Both games blowing 5-run leads. Just unable to hold on. And, from talking with Scott, a lot of the problems, maybe going in was the hitting and the base running. That wasn't an issue over those last 2 games. Getting that early lead and then just unable to hold on. Jake Beck will get the start this morning from the mound here for the Maroons. So we'll take a quick break and we will be right back after a quick message.
At Horizon Bank, we're from here. With over 100 years of experience serving Central Texas customers and headquartered right here in downtown Austin. We are proud to support our community and the athletes who keep it strong. Stop by any of our Austin and Central Texas locations and see how we can help you meet your goals. We'd love to meet you, or you can visit us on the web at horizonbank.com.
Nance Orthodontics is committed to providing the highest quality orthodontics for the Austin community. Dr. Nance is a board-certified orthodontist and offers Invisalign and braces to create beautiful smiles. Our friendly team is passionate about creating beautiful, life-changing smiles for all ages with the latest technological advances. Patient comfort and happiness are our highest priority. Give us a call for your complimentary consultation today.
Welcome back to the Maroons on Deck pregame show. David Roy, James Scott back here in the booth. And James was talking to the audience beforehand, before you were able to get back in here, was, over the course of this tournament, both teams coming in, losers of at least 7 straight. In at least Austin High's case, it's only 7. Corpus Christi Carroll, on the other hand, losers of 8. But 2 games yesterday, especially for Austin High, heartbreaking losses, blowing 5-game leads in both instances.
Yeah, sometimes when you're struggling, you become your own worst enemy. And we certainly saw that at the end of both of those games yesterday. We had a 6-1 lead going into the last inning, couldn't hold it, lost 7-6. In the second game, we had a 5-0 lead with 2 innings to go, and couldn't hold that, ended up losing, I believe, 7-5, if I remember correct. Mm-hmm. And a couple of those plays, there were, maybe 3 or 4 bunt singles, an error at third, and we just didn't get the job done. It's a shame. Jaden Besa pitched his heart out yesterday, going through some of the challenges that he's got right now, but not able to come through, and perhaps that is the trough of the losing experience, and that's what we need to get this flip back around. And here we are at Glenn High School today. Very cold day. Looks like the Maroons are going to be the home team. We do not have lineups yet, so bear with us. We'll do the very best we can. The ace, Jake Beck, is going to be on the mound.
Beck, who we saw on Tuesday night get the start against Dripping Springs.
Correct. And he had a tough go of it there. He got some bad breaks himself. Pitched a heck of a game, but unfortunately we had some balls drop out there that should have been caught. We do have an interview on what was happening with the lighting out at Dripping Springs that we'll share with you at a later time. Looks like we're getting started actually on time. Maybe your broadcast team was the ones getting a little bit late here, but Jake Beck, this is his 4th game, 4th pitch. He's pitched 14 2/3 innings. He's 1-2. Got given up 11 hits in those 14 2/3 innings, 7 runs, 5 earned. He's walked 5, struck out 9. He's got a 3.50 ERA, but again, a lot of those quote-unquote hits were not necessarily – those are plays that should have been made, I should say.
More than a few of those plays that should have been made, and a couple of those same – woes has just continued to permeate throughout the tournament, and so hopefully this bright, early, cold Saturday morning, those can be resolved in pretty quick fashion. So Beck warming up on the mound right now, and the umpire giving him the signal for throwing it a couple more times, and then they'll get rolling.
Yeah, let's go ahead and set the Maroon defense. So he got Beck on the mound. His battery mate, James Scott Jr., catcher. At first, you got Jaden Besa. Second base looks to be Charlie Reeves. Shortstop, Javi Godinez. Third base, I'm having a hard time figuring out who that is. At third, that is Logan Kinney. Left field looks to be Aiden Leonard, perhaps. Jason Martinez in center. And in right field, with the gator on, I'm not quite sure who that is. We will figure that out and let you know.
So Corpus Christi, the top of the lineup, and Jake Beck. Nice little breaking ball there to get things rolling, and just doesn't quite find the zone. Starts 1-0.
This is Caleb Jimenez for Corpus.
The 1-0 offering, fouled off. It will be 1 ball, 1 strike here in the early goings. Hear that wind rustling through our crowd mic out there is Beck. The 1-1 pitch finds his own.
Yeah, no matter where you are, hopefully you're somewhere warm. Pull up a chair. It's time for Maroon baseball. 46 degrees outside with a 25-mile-an-hour gusting wind.
And swung on, missed. Well, come back out here. So already, first out. Menez seemed to think that he was going to have a chance to run out to first, and that sun finally starting to peek through the clouds a little bit, or at least trying to.
And Matthew Rodriguez steps in for Corpus Christi.
Here's Beck. Another little breaker, just finds the outside part of the zone, so it comes 0-1.
Corpus Christi coached by David Marcello, 11 years as head coach, 172 wins.
And the 0-1 pitch down low.
The Tigers were 25-2-2 last year and 6-2, made the regional quarterfinals. They're off to a 2-14 start this season, as they're only returning 3 starters.
This one chopped back over the head of Beck, and short can't scoop it on the fly.
It'll go down as a base hit.
I'll put a runner at first.
Fly ball is going to be definitely a challenge today.
That wind is going to create a lot of problems today, I have a feeling. It not just, like you're talking about, off the bat, but also coming off the mound a little bit, going to have to fight that wind.
Yeah, it seems to be blowing from left field back towards first base. However, the wind is the same for both teams, so we need to recognize it and adjust.
Beck may be trying to adjust a little bit too much. That one coming at the head. Had to duck down to get underneath it. Comes 1-0.
Beck, the gunslinger. I wouldn't get too comfortable in that box if I was the Carroll team. Not afraid to come in with the Sportsman's Barbershop close shave.
Not afraid to go back to first with that same mindset either. Beck, that one inside again, high and inside.
I'm thinking that might be Lumberjack Umberhagen in right field, but not 100%. Honestly, I'd be a bit surprised if that was him out there. But this is getaway day for Maroons. We have spring break off.
Here's Beck, another high inside pitch, so ball 3. All of them have been high and inside. This one will walk him. Keeps it high, just away this time. And I'll put runners at first and second here.
This will be Eloy Rodriguez, cleanup hitter.
back. First pitch to Rodriguez. Finds his own. 0-1 on the count. That wind's really something today.
Yes, it is.
If you heard it, the sound of it, it was the door to the press box here getting slammed shut. Is this one chopped back to back? Back throw to first. And that'll put 2 away. Runners will advance, though, to second and third, respectively.
It's all right. We got the out. It's 2 outs. Now let's focus on the batter and get into doing some damage ourselves.
I was going to say, now we come into the 5th batter in the lineup here.
This is Christian Hernandez.
Two outs. Runners in scoring position. Here's Beck. And this one, breaking ball. Say that finds his own. Pushing it outside just a little bit, trying to get Hernandez to chase. The 0-1 pitch. This one outside and low. Stays well outside. Comes back, ball and a strike here with 2 outs.
So you mentioned we were in the press box. We'd like to give a special shout out to Coach Zach Darling of the Leander Glen Grizzlies for allowing your broadcast team to sit in this press box. It's
he took pity on us sitting out there in that cold wind.
He did, but you listening at home or wherever, you have a special thank you to him. This wind is howling, and it would be a really bad broadcast experience if we were outside in the wind. So special thanks to Coach Darling.
1-2 pitch, swung on, missed, and that'll retire the side, leaving runners stranded at first, or rather at second and third.
Yes, sir.
So coming up, Austin High and the Maroons will try their hand at the batter's box when we come back.
Do you need a haircut? A real haircut? One that's tapered or blocked, clipped or trimmed just the way you like it? Come let the licensed barbers at the Sportsman's Barbershop take care of you. The Sportsman's Barbershop is a friendly, no-frills neighborhood barbershop located in Austin's Brikerwood area. Our barbers specialize in traditional haircuts for men and boys, along with beard trims and straight razor shaves. The trophies and mounts donated by customers that line the barbershop walls serve as testaments to over 60 years of serving Austin. Give the guys a call, 512-459-9525 to schedule your appointment today, or look us up online at sportsmansbarbershop.com. The Sportsman's Barbershop, an Austin institution.
Real estate companies come and go in Central Texas about as fast as the wildflowers in spring. But when you're looking for a house, you're looking for a place to put down roots, a place to call home for years to come, which means you need a realtor with roots in the community, like Tate Property. Tate Property is a family-owned real estate brokerage located in Terrytown. We grew up here, we live here, and we work here, representing buyers and sellers of Austin's finest luxury homes, investment properties, and farm and ranch retreats. This is our passion. Give Tate Property a call at 512-474-8283. That's 512-474-TATE. or look up online at tateproperty.com and let us know how we can help you today. Tate Property, exceptional homes, exceptional service.
Welcome back in. David Roy, James Scott up here in the booth. And it's James Scott leading off. And he will foul off that first pitch.
Scott stepping in, our leading hitter. This is his 17th game played, 49 at-bats. He's hitting .390 with a .490 on-base percentage, .929 OPS. Doing the catching duties today.
And he'll foul off the 0-1 pitch as well, so 2 strikes.
Scored 6, driven in 3. He's been hit 6 times already this year, after he got nailed 7 times last year. Going way outside here. Good job not being over anxious and chasing that one. So we don't have a Maroons lineup, so we'll give us some grace here. We'll get it through.
We are building the plane as we are flying it. As Scott fouls off the 1-2 pitch.
Does look like Javi Godinez is in the on-deck circle. I believe this makes a 3rd game in a row. You've got Scott leading off Godinez in the 2-hole after Godinez had been leading off most of the year.
The 1-2, this one will also fly foul. So Hernandez out there racking up a pitch count already.
Yeah, something tells me that it's not going to be a day to get fatigued out there. I think it's cold enough outside that you're not going to get too tired too quick.
This pitch high outside will stay well out of the zone. And again, Scott doesn't even go chasing. 2-2 count. And Scott ripping this into left center, deep left center, and left fielder able to get underneath it.
That one probably had a little bit more giddy up on it and got up into that wind stream that's blowing straight over from that direction, knocked it down. That's unfortunate.
It looked like it was driving out there pretty good off the bat, and then, like you said, it gets caught in the wind. That just leaves it up there. It keeps it hanging just long enough for a left fielder to range underneath it. Here's Javi Godinez. And Godinez will foul off the first one.
Some of you longtime baseball fans are probably familiar with the wind at Wrigley Field. A lot of the times that wind is blowing out and it becomes a softball score kind of. The flip is if wind blows in, it knocks everything down, becomes pitcher duel.
That one, I'm going to say, found the zone. It was down really low, so.
Today is a day like that.
0-2 count for Godinez. Godinez puts this one up high into short left, and the shortstop will range back and get underneath it, and I'll record the second out of the inning.
You know, you got a tip of your hat to the Carroll players, both in left field and shortstop. The wind impact was minimal to none to them. They did a good job adjusting.
Here's Jane Besa.
All right, so Mr. Besa stepping in with a .348 on-base percentage. Driven in 4, scored 5. Hitting in the 3-hole where he was a lot last year.
And Besa will chop this foul down the first base line.
I think if I was Jaden right now, seems to be he's rolling over on the ball. I'd focus on trying to go away.
The 0-1 pitch.
Of course, that was on the outside part of the plate. Yeah. That would help, too. Sometimes when you get in the habit of rolling over on the ball, if you just mentally focus on trying to take it to the opposite field, you're almost self-correct. And here they seem to be working him outside again.
The 0-2 pitch stays a bit high. A 1-2 strike count here. Ball, 2 strikes, and a pair of outs here in the half inning. And Besa chased outside, swung on, missed, and that'll retire the side. And so coming up, 6, 7, 8 hitters for Corpus Christi Carroll when we return.
Real estate companies come and go in Central Texas about as fast as the wildflowers in spring. But when you're looking for a house, you're looking for a place to put down roots, a place to call home for years to come, which means you need a realtor with roots in the community, like Tate Property. Tate Property is a family-owned real estate brokerage located in Terrytown. We grew up here, we live here, and we work here, representing buyers and sellers of Austin's finest luxury homes, investment properties, and farm and ranch retreats. This is our passion. Give Tate Property a call at 512-474-8283. That's 512-474-TATE. Or look up online at tateproperty.com and let us know how we can help you today. Tate Property, exceptional homes, exceptional service.
Welcome back in. David Roy, James Scott, here on the call for the Austin High YouTube channel, part of IPE Media here. And so far, a scoreless first inning. The last time the Tigers of Corpus Christi Carroll were at the plate, they had runners, got into scoring position at second and third, but could not close the deal and finish it out, and so they'll come back here. Did have a base hit in that first inning, but Austin High unable to say the same despite some good rips off the bat from James and Godinez.
We have Nico Perez stepping in the 6 hole.
And so Jake Beck will keep this high and away from him. It'll be 1 ball. Perez working from the right side of that batter's box here. This one down low. And it'll stay out of the zone as well. 2 balls. No strikes as of yet.
So we did mention that the Glenn head coach was nice enough to let us sit here in the box. Glenn is off to a 7-5 start, looks like, for this year. Played Lake Travis, our district rival, yesterday.
Perez will get walked out to first.
Looks like maybe both the batter and the catcher there thought that was a strike. Unfortunately, their opinions don't matter.
They don't have the view from behind the plate. They're just sitting there. So Perez out to first. And Jake Beck keeping that one high above the zone as well, 1-0.
Glenn also played Westlake in a tournament, I guess the AISD tournament. And we played them earlier as well.
This pitch fouled off on the 1-0.
So Coach Darling's been here 8 years. This is his 9th. This is his 8th year. So, again, thank you very much. And this program is how old? This is our 8th year. The 8th year. He's been here. So he is the man. He is the Connie Mack of Glenn baseball. Great facilities here. Turf field, 10-inning scoreboard. You got cages, dugouts, all first class. This field is something that we at Austin High strive for, and that's what we have our capital campaign going for.
Two 1 count. 3-1 count.
If you're interested in helping and donating to that capital campaign, hit me up at ahsmaroonbaseball@gmail.com. AHS Maroon, Maroon singular, not plural, maroonbaseball@gmail.com.
You didn't even have to be about the campaign. Just chime in. See, we're here on the air for you.
Jason Martinez's family's been big into the shout-outs. We definitely appreciate them. They bring a lot of spirit. Flying their the block A from Austin High. Oh, you got to cover the bag.
Good effort there by Besa to try and make the leaping grab. He couldn't secure it in mid-air, but it does not end up mattering. He gets back to the bag in time, and
that becomes
puts one away.
A 1-4-1 hard ground ball.
Yeah.
Even though he hit it in a line drive. The runner, Perez, advances. And this is 8-hole hitter, number 9. And wouldn't you know it, I don't have a number 9 on the game changer. So I guess I'm going to create a player, and we're just going to call him number 9.
Check swing there, but it does stay in the zone for number 9.
I know sometimes, coaches will bring up players from the JV,
right,
and they're not part of the normal roster. I don't know if this is the case or not, but just to get some of the guys' experience in these tournaments that don't matter in district play.
That one will come back inside, but staying into the zone there. So 0-2. Swung on, missed, and that'll be 2 away. So the 9-hole hitter.
Number 7, that's Dominic Solomon.
High pitch.
Yeah, that's a dead ball. All right, so we do have an entire lineup now for Carroll. It's the Carroll Tigers. We have Jimenez at short, Rodriguez at third, Chavez, Rodriguez, Hernandez is on the mound, Perez, Martinez, Mr. Number 9. And then I believe Solomon,
who is at first, runner at second.
So he struck out. Jimenez struck out in the first.
This one popped high, stays in the infield. Beck makes the grab, and that'll retire the side. So the Maroons will come back to the plate and look to see if they can get on base when we return.
My missing teeth were in the front.
I fell off a roof, messed up my teeth.
I would be talking and my tooth would just fall out. That's when I turned to 8118 Dental Professionals.
When I first came in, it was so welcoming.
I just felt a connection, felt like family.
It is worth every penny because you get that peace of mind that everything is okay.
I can't stop smiling.
Why wait?
From implants to full mouth restoration.
Go to 8118dentalimplants.com to see how we can help you smile again.
Welcome back in. Bottom of the second inning coming up here. As so far, an inning and a half in, been scoreless. A little bit of action.
As we continue to put together this Maroon batting order, we do have all the fielding spots now, and I was right. Leonard is in left and Umberhagen in right. Lumberjack will be leading us off here in the bottom of the second. Be stepping to the plate, hitting .321 so far this season. This is his 14th game played. .447 on-base percentage and a .1090 OPS. He's got 3 doubles, 2 home runs, 11 RBIs to lead the team. Lumberjack will be moving down to Kerrville later this year and playing for Schreiner.
So Hernandez, the windup. And I'll find the zone there, just the outside corner. 0-1 on the count.
We do have a dedicated red jacket. Made the trip up here today on this cold, cold morning. Clara, the red jacket, is here.
Lumberjack fouls that one off. 1-2. Probably wishing she hadn't made the trip up here, as cold and windy as it is.
Well, that's her dedication to the team, and she is truly loyal forever.
No better way to show it. Check swing, down low and in the dirt.
That was funny. Catcher went over to tag Jack. Jack reached out to give him a fist bump.
Yeah.
You know. That's either confidence or humor or a combination of both.
2-2 offering. This one chopped back towards the mound, and he will not beat the throw to first there, so it'll put one away.
Maroons are a bit banged up, so spring break and this week off couldn't come at a better time. Give us a chance to heal.
Well, that healing process may go a little bit better if you can snap this 7-game skid that they're currently in the process of and take a win, even if it is in tournament as opposed to district, into it as this one falls foul.
Yeah, you got that right. You don't want to be ruminating over loss for, it'll be, by the time we play again, it'll be 9 days maybe. And much better to leave with a happier feeling, even though it's been a rough stretch here. Again, fans, don't get discouraged. These tournament games do not mean anything for district or the playoffs. So we're still 1-2 in district. Both losses to Dripping Springs.
This pitch.
And when we come back, we'll have the Bowie series.
Yes.
Both Tuesday and Friday at the ballpark at Berger, 5 p.m.
One-two pitch from Hernandez will stay outside to make the count 2-2. This one down low. Full count.
It's like the Wizard of Oz kind of weather or wind here at least.
3-2-1 stays inside, and that'll send our man to first.
Nice job. It brings up Charlie Reeves. So we did make a change on the bunt yesterday for Charlie. Originally, we called it a fielder's choice, and then he advanced on a 3-base error. Rewatched that play about 10 times, got some additional help, and at the end of the day, we thought it could go either way, so we decided to give him a hit on that. So he was 1 for 4 in that second game yesterday.
Reeves, his first at-bat here of the morning, has him leaning back with that first pitch. He'll be 1-0, and he'll call timeout, step off.
So Reeves stepping in, hitting .286 on the season with a .360 on-base percentage.
Check swing, throw to second, not in time.
Nice job, Jason Martinez getting a good jump over there.
So Martinez will timed it up just right, take second with a 1 ball, 1 strike count, and an out. It's Hernandez able to get Reeves to chase. So come back 1-2. Check swing there on the 1-2 pitch. I'll say Reeves did not come around. Stays low enough. 2-2 count. Making the run for third. Balk.
Well, it's heads up, but play by Martinez technically goes down as a balk. He left way early. Kind of a risky play, but looking to put something on and really distracted Hernandez on the mound, who didn't step off. It goes down as a balk, not a steal. Tag.
There's a good hit from Reeves. Into the
Drives
gap.
down.
That's a base hit. I'll drive Martinez home from third, and it's a nice base hit double there from Reeves.
That's nice job by Charlie Reeves.
Pitch, chopped foul down the left side.
Yeah, Logie Kenny playing third base. Steps in today.
Kenny lets that first pitch go 0-1 on the foul. Charlie Reeves doing a little dancing out there. Got a pretty decent leadoff. A 1-1 count.
You know, we were talking about time of programs. Glenn here at 8 years. Corpus Christi Carroll has been a top program in baseball and football for a long time. I remember my dad telling me stories when he was a quarterback in Houston playing against Carroll in the playoffs way back in the 50s. The Maroons, of course, have been playing baseball for 125 years, which is older than the vast majority of major league teams. I think there's maybe 3 or 4 teams, Cincinnati Reds, maybe Chicago White Sox, that are actually older. It's 125 seasons playing through the Great Depression, 2 World Wars.
Swung on, missed.
Ooh, okay then.
Reeves makes the run to third, and they're going to say he made it in time. Well, third base didn't quite get a good handle on the throw over, and it did pop out of the glove for a moment in the process of trying to make the tag. So Reeves safe at third.
And in steps Aiden Leonard, hitting .250 so far, 400 on-base percentage.
And Leonard will foul this one high and behind the plate.
He's got a lot of experience off the mound this year through a good game yesterday in relief. This is his 7th game from a defensive perspective. 15 plate appearances, now 16.
This pitch in the zone, 0-2. Runner at third. Leonard checks swing, able to hold off. A 1-2 count there. Is that pitch well inside? The 1-2 offering.
Here you
Leonard.
go. Drop.
Chops that right to center, and that'll retire the side. But not before. Austin High, thanks to Charlie Reeves, with an RBI double, able to put the Maroons on the board first. Top of the third when we return. You're listening and watching Austin High Baseball as courtesy of the Vite Media Radio Network.
Good morning and welcome to Glenn High School. We do have some hot chocolate, coffee, and breakfast tacos in the concession stand to help keep you warm. Make your way up.
At Horizon Bank, we're from here. With over 100 years of experience serving Central Texas customers and headquartered right here in downtown Austin, we are proud to support our community and the athletes who keep it strong. Stop by any of our Austin and Central Texas locations and see how we can help you meet your goals. We'd love to meet you. Or you can visit us on the web at horizonbank.com. At Horizon Bank, we're from here. With over 100 years of experience serving Central Texas customers and headquartered right here in downtown Austin, we are proud to support our community and the athletes who keep it strong. Stop by any of our Austin and Central Texas locations and see how we can help you meet your goals. We'd love to meet you. Or you can visit us on the web at horizonbank.com.
Welcome back in. The sun has broken through the clouds, just like Austin High. They're at the top of the third, able to break through and put a runner through home plate. Thanks to Charlie Reeves, that RBI double.
Charlie Reeves been swinging a hot bat. Good to see.
Reeves got stranded on third, but Austin High currently leading 1-0 as Jake Beck returns to the mound to try and keep it that way.
Matthew Rodriguez stepping in. He's 1 for 1. He was stranded on third in the first.
Beck gives him this first pitch here, the third rather, outside to make it 1-0. This one chopped over to third. Kenny, the throw to Besa at first, and that'll put one away.
Nice play, Logan Kenny charging it, throwing on the run, throwing a strike, more importantly, on the run.
Second baseman lost his hat. That's how much this wind is blowing right now. He lost it initially, and it was rolling across the infield.
Talking about wind and ballparks, we talked about Wrigley. This kind of reminds me of old Candlestick Park in San Francisco, too. I think the wind is supposed to die down here pretty quick. It's probably be nice day. I think the high temperature is going to be 61.
Yeah.
Once the wind stops, it wouldn't be so bad.
This pitch well outside. Scott has to lunge over to get to it. 1-1 on the count. Well, the wind right now, it's kind of turning into more of a gusting wind. You're seeing spurts of it where it just picks up in speed and then dies down a little bit. So it's windy and then windier right now. As Beck gets ahead here a little bit, 1-2. And this one does not find the zone. Two pitch stays high, and that'll bring the count full.
I think we have successfully rigged the door to keep it from flying open.
Best we can, anyhow.
Hats off to the three of us.
And a full count will walk him. Beck couldn't get him to go chasing after it, and they'll send runner to first.
Bring up Eloy Rodriguez. He grounded back to Beck in the first inning. Bodes a question, how many grown men does it take to figure out how to keep a door from slamming shut? The answer for us is 3, folks.
One away and a runner at first. Ooh. Sees Beck puts this one outside. 1 ball. Beck comes back, throwing to first. And see now, when you have wind and conditions like that, even some of those routine kind of throws, just simple throwback to first there to keep the runner honest, even those are not as easy as they should be. As this one return to center, slips through the gap at second, and that'll allow a runner to round his way over to third and put runners at the corners.
Yeah, you got that right, David. Today is a day that you don't want to assume anything. You never really want
right.
to, but especially today. Which really should heighten your focus on watching the ball.
So Beck calling a little timeout there with the umpire and a quick exchange with Scott. One of the faster timeouts I've seen.
Yeah, when I was coaching, no matter what age, we always focused on 3 fundamentals. Watch the ball, run as fast as you can, and no matter what, do your best. He's trying to plant the seeds for life. Looks like he got Scott on the hand, maybe, on that foul ball.
Christian Hernandez there trying to lay down the bunt.
Maybe it's on an inside leg. Umpire doing a classy thing, giving him a second to shake it off. That stings good. So watch the ball. Euphemism for, or analogy, I should say, for never forget your goals in life. Run as fast as you can, being as efficient as possible, and no matter what, do the very best. So in other words, whatever scenario you find yourself in, just do the very best you can. Oh,
laying down another
fouled
button.
again, and
Fouls
Nick
it
Scott,
off.
I think. Catching is not an easy position to play, folks.
No.
You got to be a tough kid to do that, and we got a couple of them on this team. One of the reasons why Luke Pazanka's not catching anymore is because he's one of our top 2 starters. And the last thing you want is him to get banged up on that, nip a finger or something, and impact his pitching for the rest of the season.
Pazanka had some of that shoulder tightness on Tuesday night against Dripping Springs.
Yeah, I think he dove back into second is the version I got.
That's the story that they gave you?
Yeah, it's just a little different. Everything's fine, but he's one of those guys that could probably use a week off here. Big curve by Jake. Yes.
I'll put 2 away. Runners still at the corners here.
You know, last year Jake's curve was more 12-6. Now it's almost more like 2-8, if you will. Almost side. Last year he reminded me a lot about the late Darryl Kyle. Had a really devastating curveball, just almost like a lollipop curveball come in with a sharp break, though. And this year, I don't know whether he's changed his arm angle or what, but certainly coming more sideways or 2 to 8 on the clock. Out.
And there we go.
The run doesn't
a
score.
Force out.
Nice job by Jake.
Quick force out makes it nice and easy. And just like that, they'll bring us into the bottom of the 3rd when we return. Austin High Maroons. I'll be at the plate in just a moment.
Cheer on your Austin High School baseball team and enjoy the spring season with ease thanks to Terrytown Pharmacy. We're not just a pharmacy, we are a neighborhood health hub offering prescription services, immunizations, home delivery, and a charming selection of gifts for any occasion. Whether you're celebrating a win or supporting a player, find the perfect gift and keep your health in check at Terrytown Pharmacy. Let's celebrate health, wellness, and community spirit together.
This is Luke Pazanka. You're watching Maroon Baseball on Vibe Live Network.
Cool hand Luke Pazanka there.
Yeah, a little bit of. We were just talking about him, and there he is. It's kind of like Beetlejuice. Say his name 3 times, he'll magically appear.
So it looks like Jake Beck's going to be donning the batting helmet and actually hitting in the 9-hole spot. It's like good old National League baseball here. Who needs a DH? Let's see what we have Beck at for this year.
Not sure how much you want to put Beck at, at the plate, because like you said earlier, he's the ace,
He swings
Give
a
him that
bat.
swing.
So this will be his 5th game hitting. He's got 7 plate appearances, hitting 286. Couple of singles, driven in 2, scored a run. The Maroons so far this season are hitting really paltry 245. So as we talked yesterday, Coach A just looking for the right combination of 9 out there, really 8 because we won't count the pitcher. So who are the best 8 combination of getting on base and scoring and then fielding their position?
Here's Beck. Swung on, missed, and he was swinging pretty good there, that one. Oh, 1.
Yeah, Jake will take his hacks. No doubt about that.
Just a bit early there. 0-2. Hernandez. Beck able to make contact. Chops it over to short. And the throw will be in time. That'll be 1 away. So just like that, back to the top of the lineup. James Scott.
He's flew out. He's 0 for 1. He flew out to left center field on that drive, which he's probably going to be talking about at home. Hey, that wind killed it. But, he gets his fair share of infield singles because of his speed.
This one, he's going to pop this over to right, and that'll be 2 away.
Anyway, they always say things even out. So he drilled one, got it out, and he's hit some dinkers and got on. So that's another fly out to right, and I don't have the right fielder's name for Carroll.
So Javi Godinez watches his second at bat. sees that one fly through for strike.
You know, Hernandez only at 5 pitches so far this inning. I'd like to see Javi work the count here a little bit if he can, and he does not.
He drives this one into short center.
Nabbit. That's a 6-pitch inning. It'd been great to give Jake some time off, but it's not to be.
It is not meant to be, and just like that, we come in top of the 4th. And so Jake Beck walks his way back to the mound. We'll be right back. You're watching the Austin High YouTube live stream, courtesy of the Vibe Media Network.
Nance Orthodontics is committed to providing the highest quality orthodontics for the Austin community. Dr. Nance is a board-certified orthodontist and offers Invisalign and braces to create beautiful smiles. Our friendly team is passionate about creating beautiful, life-changing smiles for all ages. With the latest technological advances, patient comfort and happiness are our highest priority. Give us a call for your complimentary consultation today.
Top of the 4th. Welcome back in from Glenn High School. David Roy, James Scott here in the booth. And Austin High leads 1-0 thanks to Charlie Reeves in the bottom of the 2nd. Corpus Christi Carroll has had a few opportunities. They've been able to put some runners on base, just haven't been able to seal the deal yet. They'll hope to do so here in the top of the 4th. Although Beck and Scott seem to be much more in sync than they were on Tuesday night against Dripping Springs.
I did ask James about that. He said that they weren't necessarily out of sync. Jake couldn't see the signs, which goes into the challenges there at Dripping Springs and seeing. Yeah. I'm like, good grief, man. You guys known each other a long time. You always come up with a game plan, and it just looked weird. And he's like, he couldn't see the signs.
So 2-0. Beck puts this one again outside, and I'll be 3-0 here. And Jake Beck.
What they say about assuming hitter, let's not assume.
Thought he was getting walked here, and umpire goes, no, that's a strike.
I think if I was facing Jake, I'd look for a walk too. He is a tough kid to hit.
That one does walk him.
Beck is upper 80s. I think he's around 88, 89 on his fastball and about 73 on his curve. And curve has a lot of movement. Working on 2 different curves, I believe, and a straight change. He will be playing next level next year. We're just not quite sure where yet. Still working on a couple of things.
Shift here off the bunt. Being shown. Saw short roam over to second. Second coming over, sit halfway between first and second. You see third come rushing in here as Beck throws back to first. Bunt sign on, pitch. Ball 1. Bunt laid down, Beck. Flipped over to first And that'll put one away.
All right, that brings up the legendary number 9 hitting in the handle. Do not have a name for him. He struck out swinging last time up.
It's just like the return of NCAA football. Everybody had their numbers, but you knew who they were supposed to be, at least.
Well, number 9 to me always be Ted Williams. But I guess Roger Maris was number 9 too, I think. I think so.
Runner at second. Off the sacrifice bunt there.
What's your most iconic number?
I feel like the number 1 just kind of became a lot iconic for me, just in sports in general. Of course, nowadays I think everybody would point to 2 specific numbers, one being 23 and the other being 12. This one high and snagging it.
Nice job by Lumberjack Umberhagen making a long run. Jack's a little banged up out there, so he gave it everything he could and got there. Nice job.
Ranging over from right field, and it was going to blow into the foul territory, and Umberhagen just gets underneath it.
Dominic Salomon up. He's hit by a pitch last time. Let's not airmailed out into center. Being a Houston fan, probably to me the most legendary number is 34.
Earl Campbell.
Yep. Well, okay, wrong sport, but Nolan Ryan.
Well,
but Campbell too, and Akeem Olajuwon for the Rockets.
Yeah. It's funny how some of those numbers just kind of cross between sports.
I got the opportunity, and I think it was 1980, to meet Akeem Olajuwon. I was 10. I was probably 5'2". He was pushing 7 feet. And he looked like a giant. My dad's high school buddy was the assistant coach at University of Houston. What happened? They balk. He must not have come set. That's a bummer. That pitch does not count.
Two away.
That was pre-Phi Slamma Jamma days, or I think it was the year before, if memory serves. Oh, God.
Scott lost a handle on it, and that'll allow the run from third to score.
That is a play that we cannot afford.
And that'll tie it at 1 apiece. Scott had it for a moment, lost it.
Not sure whether he didn't watch it all the way into his mitt or what. It's most likely the case.
Well, and there was a hesitation, too, like he wasn't entirely sure that he did lose it.
Well, that's what happens when you catch it in the webbing too much.
This one fouled off there, so a 1-2 count, 2 away, but the run from third did score.
That's a costly mistake. One this team can't afford. Big hook.
And that one finds his own there. Retires the side, but Corpus Christi Carroll ties up the game with that half inning, tying it at 1 apiece when we come back. You're watching the Austin High live stream of this final day of the tournament in Leander from Glenn High School when we come back.
Do you need a haircut? A real haircut? One that's tapered or blocked, clipped or trimmed just the way you like it? Come let the licensed barbers at the Sportsman's Barbershop take care of you. The Sportsman's Barbershop is a friendly, no-frills neighborhood barbershop located in Austin's Brikerwood area. Our barbers specialize in traditional haircuts for men and boys, along with beard trims and straight razor shaves. The trophies and mounts donated by customers that line the barbershop walls serve as testaments to over 60 years of serving Austin. Give the guys a call, 512-459-9525 to schedule schedule your appointment today or look us up online at sportsmansbarbershop.com. The Sportsman's Barbershop, an Austin institution.
Yeah.
Welcome back in. Glen High School here as Corpus Christi Carroll coming back out to the mound. Austin High. That last half inning, it's a little bit of an error here at the plate that allows the tying run to score. And so we come into the bottom of the first, tied at 1. Your 3, 4, and 5 hitters coming up here as Jay and Besa will get the half inning started.
You know, that pass ball by Scott cost us that run. He missed a couple at Dripping Springs, which was really uncharacteristic of him. I asked him what was happening there, and he said that, you know, the ball was just tailing more than what he was used to from Kenny, I think is where those balls came from. So foul off by Besa. Scenarios like that is when you want to see kids overemphasize the fundamentals of. We talked a while ago about watching the ball. So in that scenario, you want to really watch it into your mitt until you overcome and can get back to normal. Almost like exaggerate it.
One count now for Jane Besa.
Sort of like Besa last time we were talking about, he's rolling over on the ball and maybe focus on going the opposite field until you get that feeling back that he has or should have. He did last year. This is his second year on varsity.
That one for Besa was at eye level from Hernandez.
All right, 3-1, good hitters count here. Hernandez don't want to put the leadoff hitter on, so if I'm Besa, I'm looking dead red. And if he throws a hook, you just let it go no matter. You got another pitch to fight on.
Hernandez wind up in the 3-1 offering. Clips the zone. And it goes 3-2.
Seemed like that would have been a good pitch maybe to drive the opposite field, right? Because it's sort of on the middle outside part of the plate.
That one is outside of the plate there, and that'll allow Besa to take first. So the Lumberjack.
Coach A is going to get in technically a pinch runner. We scored as courtesy runner because I can nearly guarantee you Jaden will be re-entering the game here. And that is Patrick Bird. That is Patrick Bird. Patrick Bird going in to run for Besa. So let's see what the Lumberjack can do here. Got a big hole over on the right-hand side of the infield with first baseman holding Bird on. Second and short playing double play depth. Third base in on the bag.
Hernandez going to turn, flip back over to first there again. It's trying to keep Bird as close to that bag as he can.
Bird's got a little hops in his step.
Hernandez. Throw outside there, but stays just enough over to make it 0-1. And again, Hernandez steps off, throws to first. Oh, 1 count here, outside and low.
Nice read by Bird not to go.
1-1 count. And Umberhagen chops this foul back down to that first base line towards the Austin High dugout. So 1-2 on the count. Hernandez, Umberhagen fouls this one off as Bird lost his helmet in the run to first, or in the run to second.
You know, today's the kind of day that if Glenn had skyboxes, I think you could do a hell of a fundraiser here. Buy a whole new baseball field or something. They go for a pretty penny. We are blessed again to be in the press box here. Nice and warm here. Again, I think it's really the wind that's making it so cold.
So cold, yeah.
If the wind wasn't blowing straight from the north and northwest, it probably wouldn't be so bad.
One-two offering swung on and missed, and I'll put one away there as Umberhagen strikes out swinging.
I wonder if there's anybody in Texas high school baseball that has sort of skyboxes or something like that. A lot of those fields up in the Dallas area, man, they are out of this world. And they were, there's better fields there for high school than there are in some colleges.
Yeah, I'm sure you've got probably some down in the Houston area, down in San Antonio area. I'm sure you can probably find a few. I would guess.
In Dallas, theoretically, the weather sometimes be a little bit colder up there and more inclement, right, with storms and all, more than down here. But, I'm sure somebody's thought about that. I don't know, Plano or one of those high schools that always have the money.
Martinez trying to lay down the bunt there. A 1-1 count here for him.
He walked last time up. Jason is our best bunter on the team, or at least in my opinion. He's beat a couple out for singles this year. Sophomore getting a lot of action on varsity this year.
A throw there.
Little
sails
delay.
past first base, and Bird will be able to take second in the process there.
That's a tough error. It looked like that ball almost hit Bird in the back or something and just kind of bounced away.
So Bird threatening a little bit here as Martinez checks swing and goes 1-2. So Hernandez keeps that just inside there for the strike. One away. Bird at second. This one will go for ball 2. So a 2-2 count here for Martinez, and the bunt call now is off. They're going to get Martinez out looking at it.
That looked like a tough one to me, but.
And so run there, slide down.
A little delayed steal by Patrick Bird. Nice job.
And then in comes Courtney Reeves, who had the RBI double his last time up. It's what put Austin High on the board first. And here we go. Chops this one into short center. So Charlie Reeves will drive in the run from third, and Patrick Bird, who thanks to an error at first and then the delayed steal, was able to put himself in position to do just that. Reeves at first as he puts Austin High up 2-1.
Yeah, that's 2 ribbies by Reeves today. He's responsible for both.
His second RBI. This one an RBI single, but here in the bottom of the fourth, Charlie Reeves responsible
Logan Kenny.
to him. And then Kenny.
Base hit.
Nice little single there into short left. So 2 outs. Up comes A and Leonard.
Got a little 2-out rally going here. I'd like to see it.
With runners at first and second, Leonard going to try to build off of the momentum created by Bird and Reeves.
He flew out to center to end the second inning.
Hernandez winds up. Leonard pops this one high into the air. And first base, the legendary number 9, able to track over, get underneath it, and that'll retire the side. But Charlie Reeves doing work out there. 2 RBIs here for him on the game. And that last one, an RBI single. So 2-1 lead when we return. Top of the 5th on your way.
Real estate companies come and go in Central Texas about as fast as the wildflowers in spring. But when you're looking for a house, you're looking for a place to put down roots, a place to call home for years to come, which means you need a realtor with roots in the community, like Tate Property. Tate Property is a family-owned real estate brokerage located in Terrytown. We grew up here, we live here, and we work here, representing buyers and sellers of Austin's finest luxury homes, investment properties, and farm and ranch retreats. This is our passion. Give Tate Property a call at 512-474-8283. That's 512-474-TATE. Or look up online at tateproperty.com and let us know how we can help you today. Tate Property, exceptional homes, exceptional service.
Welcome back. Glen High School, David Arroyo, James Scott here in the broadcast booth for the Austin High YouTube live stream, part of Vipe Media's coverage here. The last day of the Leander tourney. And Austin High right now up 2-1 thanks to Charlie Reeves with his second RBI of the morning. It was an RBI single as Patrick Bird driven in from third. So right now trying to break a 7-game skid. And James, like we talked about going into that bye week next week, would like to be able to do so on a high note.
Yeah, we certainly would. We don't want to have to sleep on that 9 nights in a row. So we got the 2-1 lead here. Let's close this game out. And nobody better to have on the mound than the Laser himself, Jake the Laser Beck.
So Beck right now opens up the top of the 5th here. And pitch high outside. Will be a 1-0 on the count. This one fouled off here. We'll come back 1-1. So Beck, wind up, high pitch, and that one over the top of Scott's glove there. So it'll be a 2-1, 2 balls, 1 strike. Scott Justin. Some of those shin guards a little bit there. Beck, wind up, throw. This one fouled off and over our heads. Hits the top of the press box there. Nice thing about this stadium setup is don't really have to worry about a parking lot ball unless somebody's able to put it over the fence and in over the fence behind right field.
Jake caught his cleat, it looked like.
Yeah,
coming down.
He was coming through the windup and the motion of throwing and had to keep from actually throwing the pitch. Looked like it was a situation there, and time called here by Coach A. Go talk to Beck, make sure he was okay with what happened there.
Yeah, I think when you catch your spikes in the dirt like that, it could just tweak a body
twist,
parts,
yeah.
you know. So it's good to take a break here and just get it back together and hope that Jake didn't pull anything. You know, you've got your leg muscles that could be impacted there, your back. I don't know if at home you can see the dirt blowing off the mound. But every time Jake digs in there a little bit, that dirt is blowing at a straight line of 180 all the way down into the dugout.
Yep.
This is Caleb Jimenez at this 2-2 count. He's their shortstop. Top of 5.
2-2 count. Quick conversation there. Ed Jimenez was trying to plead his case that he thought the count was wrong or something. I'm reiterating. Here's Beck. Wind up pitch, swung on, missed, and that'll put one away. And Jimenez strikes out, swinging for the fences.
That's Jake's 6th strikeout of the day. He has walked 4. This brings up Matthew Rodriguez, their third baseman.
Here's Beck. Inside pitch there. A swing and a miss there. 0-1 on the count. 1-1 on the count. Beck, this one, chop back, and the throw from Kenny to Besa is in time. That'll be 2 away.
Nice job, Logan Kinney, showing more range coming in on the ball, grabbing it, throwing it off the run again. Jake, being the competitor he is, was giving that effort over to his right, but probably the wisest thing to do is to pull off of that, because even if he did field it cleanly, his momentum's taking him away.
Yeah.
Kenny's in a much better position to make that play than Jake would be.
2 away. This one popped
no man's
over the head
land.
of second base and into short right, and Unberhagen there to make the cutoff throw and keep runner at first. So 2 outs, but a runner on base for the Corpus Christi Carroll Tigers.
All right, so David Roy, tell the truth. Game time was at 9. Kickoff show was originally going to be scheduled for 8:30.
Yep.
What time did you get up this morning?
I got up 5:30.
As did I.
This one chopped over. Kenny on the run, makes a throw to Besa, and that'll retire the side. So nice.
It's 3 defensive plays by Logan. He's proven he can make that play running in on the run. So nice job.
Keeps it pretty easy there. Bottom of the 5th, and Austin High will return to the plate when we return.
My missing teeth were in the front.
I fell off a roof, messed up my teeth.
I would be talking and my tooth would just fall out. That's when I turned to 8118 Dental Professionals.
When I first came in, it was so welcoming.
I just felt a connection, felt like family.
It is worth every penny because you get that peace of mind that everything is okay.
I can't stop smiling.
Why wait?
From implants to full mouth restoration.
Go to 8118dentalimplants.com to see how we can help you smile again.
I would be talking and my tooth would just fall out. That's when I turned to 8118 Dental Professionals. I just felt a connection, like family. I can't stop smiling.
From implants to full mouth restoration.
Go to 8118dentalimplants.com to see how we can help you smile again.
Welcome back in Glen High School. David Roy, James Scott, up here in the booth, safe from the elements. Unfortunately, the clouds have broken up. The sun is beating down upon us, but that wind is still blowing, so it is still chilly out there. You can see the wind pulling the dirt off the mound as Jake Beck gets set to come up the plate. Last time Austin High was at the plate, it was an exciting half inning there a little bit. Had Patrick Bird able to, with the help of an error, steal third, and then Charlie Reeves batted his second RBI of the morning.
Yeah, Reeves swing the bat. I mean, if you think about some 5 of our last runs all came as a result of something that Charlie Reeves did. He drove in the 2 this morning. His bunt that we ended up reversing the scoring, calling that a single, and then a 3-base error. All 5 of those runs have been as a result of Reeves doing something. And, at the high school level, the key is put the ball in play, because a lot of times the defense, put pressure on them. Anytime you put pressure on the defense, it's good for you.
So Beck up here to lead off your 9-1 and 2s. Hitters here at the bottom and then the top part of the lineup here.
He grounded to short last time up, fouled this one off.
Pops that one high and over the netting here. There is a second layer of netting so that you're not driving down the street and suddenly wind up with a baseball coming through your window. As this one, Beck drives this into deep left and ranging underneath, puts one away.
We don't have a name for him, but I like to tip my hat to the Corpus Christi Carroll left fielder. He's made good plays on 2 balls out there that no doubt have been impacted by the wind. So he has adjusted, and good job for him.
Corpus Christi Carroll, it looks like, made a pitching change too when we came back. It is not Hernandez out there. It looks to be the legendary number 9 himself.
Number 9. Okay, well, let me edit that in the books here.
James Scott trying to lay down the bunt there. And they will do so. We'll rule foul for a strike there.
Looks like number 9 might be Josh Gonzalez. And that ball, from where I'm sitting, which is directly above the catcher, had a lot of tail back in, a lot of run back in.
Came back, come make this one 1-1.
That one needs a drop.
James Scott drives that one into short right, and right fielder able to come underneath it. Looks like Hernandez from here. Able to get out there and put 2
I would be
away.
talking, and my tooth would just fall out. That's when I turned.
So you said that's Hernandez, number 11, and right now?
That's what it looks like.
Okay. Fair enough.
That's pitch.
I guess that's what happens in the loser's bracket of a tournament. Nobody really cares enough to give lineups or. So we're just flying by the seat of our pants up here, folks.
Gatinas chops this one down the line over to first. Fouled off, but a 1-1 count.
Javi's 0 for 2. He popped out to short and flew out to center last time up. 0 for 2. Trying to pull that back over, and that was outside all the way, even with that run back in.
Fouls off this one. 2-2.
Yeah, it's in on the hands. We do have an excellent vision of the plate here. As you see on your screen, you've got the umpire, the catcher, then the umpire. I'm right in between both of them on this pitch.
This one fouled off as well, so Cadina's out there working up that pitch count a little bit here, battling at the plate.
Again, I'd like to thank Coach Darling of the Glen Grizzlies for his willingness to put us up here.
Cadina's pops this one straight away right, and that will retire the side. So at the end of 5, Austin High leading 2-1 in the top of the 6th when we return in the Austin High live stream courtesy of the Vibe Media Network.
At Horizon Bank, we're from here. With over 100 years of experience serving Central Texas customers and headquartered right here in downtown Austin, we are proud to support our community and the athletes who keep it strong. Stop by any of our Austin and Central Texas locations and see how we can help you meet your goals. We'd love to meet you, or you can visit us on the web at horizonbank.com.
Welcome back in to Glen High School. Austin High leading over Corpus Christi Carroll 2-1 on the last day of this Leander tourney. And so both teams in the middle of skids of their own right now, but Austin High, they've got the lead in this one.
Yeah, defense been playing pretty good today. We had that pass ball on James. It was the one exception. But other than that, this defensive alignment been playing all right. Of course, we haven't had that many fly balls. We did over to Lumberjack and Wright. I think one to Jason. But really like what I see out of Logan Kinney at third. He did a great job defensively at second early this season. Really a quick turn over there. So looks to me, Coach has some options for Kenny to play him either at second or third, and know that defensively he's going to be taken care of. I think Javi's pretty much got the shortstop position locked down, as he can really be a difference maker out there, has that ability.
And we talk about solidifying that and locking up positions. Besa seemingly having first base well under control there as well.
Well, he's probably our best defensive first baseman. He's got a good pick, especially at any level, but especially high school level. You need somebody over there who can pick, because we're still 15 to 18 years old, and we don't always make good throws.
1-1 on the count here from Jake Beck. Wind up, 1-1 delivery, swung on, missed there again, so 1-2.
Yeah, this first tournament game Jake has pitched this year. He is our ace, so we're usually keeping him from district. And you guys have been following us. We've been playing Tuesday district games so far this season.
That'll open up here as we come out of the break into full-blown district games for the rest of the way, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, this is our last non-district game.
This one fouled off.
Yep, so moving forward, we'll have us a date here. What do you say, every Tuesday and Friday, either at 5 or at 7. Of course, pregame shows.
There's a 7:30 or 2 mixed in there as well.
Yep, so on those 7:30s are when we're playing folks like Westlake or Lake Travis that do not share stadiums. But the pregame show will be on at 7.
Yeah,
so.
Yeah.
Just in your mind, I guess, on the 5 o'clock starts, we'll try to get going about 4:30 on the pregame show.
So we'll have some 4:30 starts, some 6:30 starts, and then some 7 o'clock starts to go all along with it. So
And drop us a line if we haven't interviewed somebody yet that you want to hear from. Give us some ideas. ahsmaroonbaseball@gmail.com. ahsmaroon, singular not plural, baseball.com.
I'll bring the count 1-2 there from Jake Beck.
Try to make the round. Some of the younger guys, the sophomores, I'm not sure that they want to be talking to. Jason has. He did a quick one, but he needed a buddy, which is fine.
This one fouled off.
We'll look forward to getting Osby Contreras here pretty soon.
Fouling off again. So racking up that pitch count a little bit here for Beck.
Yeah, we did get an interview yesterday with 3 of the 4 players that were impacted by the sighting issues, perhaps, at Dripping Springs. We're trying to get that on for you this morning. Just didn't get the show going so early.
This one driven out to straightaway center and put away to bring 2 outs here in the top of the 6th.
You know, David, since we didn't get that played before, just do the timeliness. Maybe towards the end of the game, once the game's final, maybe that can be part of our
post-game
show.
Yeah.
I think the folks, that just happened this last Tuesday, so we're not even a week old yet. I think it'd be good for the folks to hear right from the players what they saw. And again, tip the hat to Aiden Leonard, Drew Anderson, and Luke Pazanka for being great young men and stand up enough to come and talk about that.
Swing and a miss there for strike 1. And this one
line drive
snagged over. Really well done there by Jane Besa, and that will retire the side. So bottom of the 6th when we come back on the Austin High live stream. We will be back in just a moment.
Cheer on your Austin High School baseball team and enjoy the spring season with ease thanks to Terrytown Pharmacy. We're not just a pharmacy, we are a neighborhood health hub offering prescription services, immunizations, home delivery, and a charming selection of gifts for any occasion. Whether you're celebrating a win or supporting a player, find the perfect gift and keep your health in check at Terrytown Pharmacy. Let's celebrate health, wellness, and community spirit together.
Welcome back in. David Roy, James Scott, here from Glenn High School. As Corpus Christi Carroll trailing by 1 here against Austin High. The Maroons have their lead in part thanks to Charlie Reeves. 2 RBIs on the morning. 10:37 in the morning, and I'm over here thinking, oh, it's an afternoon game. We're fine. And Jane Besa to open up this bottom of the 6th. He'll start and watch that first one come by from the legendary number 9 himself. 1-0. This will bring it up 2 balls here, no strikes.
Besa walked last time up, so he's walked and struck out, so 0 for 1. Came around and scored on the Reeves single to center field in the 4th.
That one does find the zone, stays high enough. 2-1 here on the count.
So we're going to be done early today. What do you have plans on the rest of the day?
I will go and retrieve my dog from my wife's workplace as Besa has a nice drive out to left field, but a better play by the left fielder to just get underneath it. Puts one away. I'm going to head home, do some housework, clean up a little bit, because it's tax season, so I probably will not see my wife until later this afternoon. If I do, she's probably going to bring her computer home and have to work then too.
It is tax season, and that's what I'm doing.
I get to let of my portion that gets to me is Umberhagen drives this one over, it bounces across to first base, and that'll be 2 away.
Well, I'd say that I have all my priorities aligned. I don't know that my wife would agree. I spend too much time on Maroon baseball and trying to get this stuff going. And but today, this afternoon, with the early start, that's a foul ball.
Yeah.
I will be spending the early afternoon finishing the taxes, getting them to our CPA, and letting him deal with all that mess. And I will look forward to getting that monkey off my back.
So the 0-1 pitch that finds his own, goes 0-2.
So was your mother-in-law an accountant for a long time, and then your wife got the accounting degree and joined her firm, or how'd that work?
So they both went in kind of at the same time. Which was they went and got their EA license, their enrolled agent license. Because for those who don't know, one of the key differences between CPA and enrolled agent, like they are, is they actually get to speak to the IRS as Martinez fly out there to Short, who comes over and make the play. And
more on that later. I'd love to hear that.
We will retire the side, top of the 7th, when we come back.
Nance Orthodontics is committed to providing the highest quality orthodontics for the Austin community. Dr. Nance is a board-certified orthodontist and offers Invisalign and braces to create beautiful smiles. Our friendly team is passionate about creating beautiful, life-changing smiles for all ages with the latest technological advances. Patient comfort and happiness are our highest priority. Give us a call for your complimentary consultation today.
Welcome back. Top of the 7th here from Glen High School. David Roy, James Scott, and Jake Beck getting us going here with a quick strike here against
number 9,
the reliever.
Jake Beck's only at 84. This is 85th pitch right here.
That one, little breaking ball, stays low though. 1-1 on the count.
110 pitches a game is the limit per UIL rule, and if you get to 110 while you're in the middle of a hitter, you can finish that hitter.
This one cut low over to Kenny, and Logan Kenny will make the throw to Besa in time. That'll put one away here, top of the 7th.
Jake nowhere in danger coming to that. Boy, if he is, about time for him to take a break anyway, because that'd be another, 24 pitches this inning with 2 outs, or 1 out here, 2 to go for the Maroons to break off this losing streak and go into the much-needed spring break on a winning note.
That throw from Beck way high and outside, and Scott can't get glove up in time. Bounce off, 1-0.
So coming up on Maroon Baseball, the week after spring break, so you're looking at Tuesday the 19th and Friday the 22nd. We do have that series with Bowie. Both games at Berger as we share that park. And after Bowie, the following week, that's the week of Easter, we play Tuesday and Thursday, not Friday because of Good Friday. So the 26th and 28th against Johnson. Game 1 Tuesday at Berger.
This one chopped over to second, throw to first, puts 2 away. And the last out.
The top of the lineup. He's 0 for 3, struck out twice and popped up back to Jake. This is Jimenez. So after Johnson, we've got Aikens on the 2nd and the 5th, both at Berger, since we share that park as well. We do a lot of sharing in AISD.
Here's Beck. This one chopped over to short and missed.
That'll go down as a single, but that's a play that Godinez has made before. It just came up on it. Should have stayed down. So after Aikens, we have the series with Westlake. Game 1, Tuesday the 9th at Berger. That's a 7:30 start. Friday at Westlake, 7 p.m. Then Lake Travis on the 16th and 19th. The first game of that series is at Lake Travis.
This one ripped into right field. They'll find its way across the foul line. 0-1.
And then the last week of the season is the week of the 23rd. Actually, it's the week of the 22nd if you go on Mondays. The game is on the 23rd. That's Del Valle at Berger on Tuesday, at Del Valle on Friday, and then we finish up at Anderson on Saturday the 27th. We did take the first game of the series with Anderson. First game of the season at Berger.
This pitch fouled off 1-2. So still a lot of district games to be played. Playoff hopes still intact. Here's Beck. This one chopped foul again.
Yeah, that's one thing that folks need to remember is, yeah, we've had a tough go out of it, and probably uncharacteristically we haven't been playing our best baseball. But we're only a game and a half out of first place in district.
Swung, missed, and that'll do it. So Austin High comes in this morning here at Glen, and they will snap their 7-game skid with a 2-1 victory over Corpus Christi Carroll. Charlie Reeves with the 2 RBIs to get the job done.
I'd say he's our MVP of the game, plus Jake. Maybe Jake from the mound and Charlie from the offensive side. So we've got Corpus Christi Carroll, 1 run on 4 hits, 1 error. Austin High, 2 runs on 3 hits, no error. Jake Beck, complete game, 7 innings. Gave up 4 runs, 1 earned. Gave up 4 hits, 1 run, 0 earned. So 1 run, 0 earned. 4 walks, 8 strikeouts. And then from an offensive perspective, Charlie Reeves had 2 of our 3 hits. Logan Kinney picked up the 3rd. And that was enough for the Maroons, who only got 2 walks. A quick game here on Getaway Day. And I tell you what, David, why don't we go pay a couple of bills, then we'll run that interview for those of you interested to hear what happened at Dripping Springs, and then we'll go ahead and wrap up the post-game show.
All right, that'll work. So we'll be right back. You're watching the Maroon on Deck post-game show. We'll be back in just a moment.
My missing teeth were in the front.
I fell off a roof, messed up my teeth.
I would be talking and my tooth would just fall out. That's when I turned to 8118 Dental Professionals.
When I first came in, it was so welcoming.
I just felt a connection, felt like family.
It is worth every penny because you get that peace of mind that everything is okay.
I can't stop smiling.
Why wait?
From implants to full mouth restoration.
Go to 8118dentalimplants.com to see how we can help you smile again.
I would be talking and my tooth would just fall out. That's when I turned to 8118 Dental Professionals. I just felt a connection, like family. I can't stop smiling.
From implants to full mouth restoration.
Go to 8118dentalimplants.com to see how we can help you smile again.
Do you need a haircut? A real haircut? One that's tapered or blocked, clipped or trimmed just the way you like it? Come let the licensed barbers at the Sportsman's Barbershop take care of you. The Sportsman's Barbershop is a friendly, no-frills neighborhood barbershop located in Austin's Brykerwood area. Our barbers specialize in traditional haircuts for men and boys, along with beard trims and straight razor shaves. The trophies and mounts donated by customers that line the barbershop walls serve as testaments to over 60 years of serving Austin. Give the guys a call, 512-459-9525 to schedule your appointment today, or look us up online at sportsmansbarbershop.com. The Sportsman's Barbershop, an Austin institution.
Cheer on your Austin High School baseball team and enjoy the spring season with ease thanks to Terrytown Pharmacy. We're not just a pharmacy, we are a neighborhood health hub offering prescription services, immunizations, home delivery, and a charming selection of gifts for any occasion. Whether you're celebrating a win or supporting a player, find the perfect gift and keep your health in check at Terrytown Pharmacy. Let's celebrate health, wellness, and community spirit together.
Nance Orthodontics is committed to providing the highest quality orthodontics for the Austin community. Dr. Nance is a board-certified orthodontist and offers Invisalign and braces to create beautiful smiles. Our friendly team is passionate about creating beautiful, life-changing smiles for all ages. With the latest technological advances, patient comfort and happiness are our highest priority. Give us a call for your complimentary consultation today.
Welcome back from Glenn High School. David Roy, James Scott, and coming up, the interview from Dripping Springs featuring our own James Scott, talking about some of the vision issues that they had out there with some of those errors out in the outfield.
All right, we're back on the Maroon On Deck show with Luke Pazonka, Aiden Leonard, Drew Anderson. These guys have been nice enough to talk to us about what happened the other night at Dripping Springs on those misplays. For those of you who were watching the game, we had I think 5 plays for 4 different players of balls that went up in the air, and it led to sort of what looked really bad. There's got to be a reason for that, and these guys have been nice enough and man enough to step up and talk about it here. So, Aiden, on the ball to right field, what happened? What did you see?
So honestly, I thought I had a beat on it, because I thought it was going to be a shallow pop fly. And, I was running up to get there, and then, as I got there, I realized it was like 20, 30 feet behind me, so I had to readjust and try to go back and get it, which, I ended up not being able to get there and allowed the runners to score, basically.
So at any point, did you lose track of the ball, or did you see it the entire time?
I was able to see it the entire time. I just really couldn't explain how or why I wasn't able to get a good read on it. Basically, that's really all it was.
Yeah, I've seen you catch a lot of fly balls over the year. That's the first one that I've seen you kind of whiff on that way, and it honestly looked kind of bad from where I was sitting. That's not like who you are.
Yeah, no, it was just really confusing for me because, as you said, I'm able to get those plays most of the time, but that one it seemed different.
Okay. Very good. All right, Drew, kind of same question to you. You come in as a replacement for Henry, who was having some challenges out there himself. On your ball, same thing. You're like one of our best defensive outfielders. You go get the ball. That's kind of your strength and one of the elements that you bring to this team. What happened on the ball to you?
So it was a pop fly. I was going in to get it. I was running in. I read it off the bat, I thought pretty well. I come in, I look down for a second, look back up, and it's way behind me. I don't know what happened because I read it was right next to third base, and then I'm not even halfway to third base, and it's way behind me. So it definitely looked a lot different.
So the only time you took your eye off the ball is when you were running to it. So you if I understand what you say, and correct me if I'm wrong, you saw it off the bat. You were running to where the ball should be. You checked your surroundings to make sure there's not a fence, there's not another player or whatever. And when you look back up, it looked like it changed course, or what?
Yeah, it looked like it was because it looked a lot higher up, and then it was when I looked back up, it was just a lot different than where I thought it was.
Interesting. Okay. At any point in time, did you have a hard time picking the ball back up?
No, I think I saw it the whole way. It just didn't look the same. At the same place that it was.
Okay. All right, fair enough. All right, Luke, you had a unique play over at third base. Luke was playing third. It was a pop-up. It looked like it was going foul to start with. You were approaching it right, at least from my view, and then by the time the ball kind of was coming down, it landed fair. What happened on that play?
So I saw it off the bat originally, and it, like you said, it looked like it was going to go foul. I ran it down, and then whenever I think it hit its apex, I lost it for a second or two, and I think it started spinning a lot more than I originally. Whenever I saw it, it was spinning back fair, and I lost it in the sky. I think, like you said earlier, with the lighting issue potentially, but I lost it, and it was spinning, and I just wasn't able to read it because I lost the light.
All right, so you're telling me that you had the beat on the ball hit at apex, and then it was like dark? You just lost the ball?
I think so, yeah. That's what I felt it was, because I saw it and then I didn't see it, and then it was spinning back fair. And
interesting.
It moved too fast for me to couldn't make the diving play on it.
Okay, fair enough. Now I got to give you kudos. When that ball hit, it was technically a ground ball at that time.
Yep.
I wasn't thinking you had the wherewithal to grab the ball, throw it to second. Yeah. I, for a second, thought you were throwing behind the runner. I'm going, what is he doing? But at that point in time, it hit the ground. It was a force at second.
Yeah, so, I mean, I guess I can give that credit to, just me being really good at preparing for the play before it actually happens. So no matter what happens, I can still manufacture it out. Even with a bad read and mistake like that, I can still turn into something good.
Okay. Well, guys, listen, I can't thank you enough for being great young men and stepping up and talking about, we always like to talk about our home runs or our hits or whatever, or get, strikeout performances or whatever when you're on the mound. It's not always great talking about some plays that didn't go our way. So thank you all very much for taking the time to talk about this.
Yes, sir.
All right, we'll be back on the Maroon On Deck show after these messages.
Welcome back in to Glenn High School, where the Game has just wrapped up. Austin High snaps their 7-game skid over Corpus Christi Carroll 2-1. David Roy, James Scott here in the booth. And James, that skid is finally over, kind of what we were talking about. You get the spring break, the bye week coming up, and you have a win to carry you into that. You ended on a high note.
Definitely ended on a high note. We moved to 8-10 overall in the season, and again, when we were sitting at 7-2, I'd have never thought we'd be exiting tournament time at 8-10, but such is the case. The spring break couldn't have come at a better time. We got about half the roster that needs a week of rejuvenation for their bodies. Lots of aches and pains out there. That's no excuse for the 8-10 record, but it is what it is. So everything from here on out counts towards the playoffs, and that's certainly the goal. Top 4 in our district make it. We got a district of 9. It's incredibly competitive, probably the elite of the elite. So we're going to need all the support we can get from the fans, the families, the players to come out and focus week after next Bowie series, and that's going to be a tough one. They're sitting there, undefeated in district right now and a good overall record. So some good players over there, and between them and Westlake, they tend to be our rivals because about half of our roster grew up with the folks that went to Bowie and are on that team. The other half of our roster grew up with the guys that are Westlake and went to that team. So we have a lot of interesting baseball coming up for you guys. Again, every Tuesday, every Friday, except for the week of Easter. That'll be a Thursday night game. Just put it in your calendar. Let's join ourselves and enjoy some Maroon baseball.
So that'll be March 19th. The Bowie series will get started. We get the week off, and then we are back at it, back from Burger Field. So that'll do it from us here from Glen High School. Austin High, the Maroons, snap a 7-game skid with a 2-1 win over Corpus Christi Carroll. We'll see you back March 19th from Burger Field.